The Juicio Grip. This one has 200, a little over 200 miles on it. There's a new one. They take from 35 to 65 psi, and they're rated for 220 pounds. I'm 150 pounds. My bike's like 60 pounds. So I'm 210. I'm not overloading it. But I've been getting 500 miles out of my tires because I burn them off with my big motor down here. And I was really just kind of frustrated with the price of a e-bike tire being $70, something like that. I was burning through the ground controls or whatever. A couple different tires. I've burned through them just 500 miles, roughly. So I ordered the cheapest tire I could find on the internet. I wasn't looking for the cheapest tire I could find. I'd actually just seen this one and $17, and I like the pattern. I'm like, that's what I want. It's the exact size I want. 26 by 2.2, like 2.21 or something. And because 2.3 won't fit in here. It's a 91 frame, So I'm thinking it's going to make the 500 just like the $40 tires have been. And I got another one already. They said this tire was so shitty that it didn't even work. It said the sidewall's so thin and stuff, soft, it gets punctured and all this. I haven't had no flats, and the grip is great. They lied about that. Grip is good, real good. The rubber feels really good that it's made out of. Actually, feels pretty good. It's kind of hard, but not too hard. It's actually, it works great, man. It's not. The ground control was all kind of chopped up looking by about 200-300 miles. It kind of started pieces peeling off and stuff. This is actually holding together pretty good. Oh, I don't have my tire depth gauge thing or something, but what did you say? About half of it's gone. Let me see that bump right there. I don't know if that's a wear bump or not. It's good for there, but we'll see how close to 500 I get. At $17 a tire, I'm happy. I think they're working great. I'm gonna run another one. I got this one already, so I'll run two of them. I should be set for 1,000 miles here. Doing the cancer challenge, so I'm riding 300 this month. I got 100 more to go, so I know there's been 200 on that. I'm gonna put 300 on it this month, and we'll see how much more it takes after that. I probably won't ride 300 next month. I'll probably just ride like 100, 150 or something. So I'll see how long it lasts me, and hopefully I get the full 500 without it getting dangerous and stuff. But now there's a comparison. The cheap Chinese juiced grip. The sidewall, it feels a little funny. It's kind of the rubbery feeling or something, but I haven't had any problem with it. And the tire's good and stiff. It doesn't flex at all. Like it feels good under there. It feels good on there. I've done a few imperfections and stuff, but maybe it's just where the mold puts the rubber in, like right there or something. But I didn't have no problems at all. By the time I run both of them, if the sidewall's weak, maybe I'll probably find that out. But it feels as tough as any tire. Any amount of tires, So we'll see in a couple more 100 miles. But there's a 200-mile check, and it's holding up good. I mean, it's wearing down fast, but it's holding up. The tire is. I mean, I expected it to wear down fast because all of them have. I got 3,000 miles on this motor, and it's where I went through like 5 tires or something. But you know, maybe this might be the 6th one here. It's like, you know, I might leave them on a little longer than 500. Sometimes you start getting pretty thin. I'm like, I better put a tire on this thing because it's kind of a pain to put a tire on. But I'm happy with the Juice Show. I'm glad I bought 2 of them. I'm gonna run them both back to back on there, and if I'm as happy as I am right now at the end of this one, I'll just order me another one of these because they're $17 at the door. So, you know, dang Ebike tire $70, and then, you know, it's gonna be pretty dang expensive by the time you get your tube and everything. You know, $100 tire on a mountain bike. You know, I mean, I do want something that's rated for 35 miles an hour, but what can I do? I'm not going to pay $70 for my mountain bike tire unless I absolutely have to. You know, and these are performing well because I think that's fucking ridiculous. I can get a car tire. If I can get I can get a car tire for cheaper than, you know, about that price for my car. And there's a lot more freaking rubber in it, you know. So I mean, I don't just see why these motherfuckers be $70, you know. Just because it's rated for 30 miles an hour, how much more rubber's in it? You know, is it you know, what? How much harder was it to build, man? $70 something for a bicycle tire is fucking ridiculous. I guess shit's getting expensive, but I mean, come on, man. I got $500 in the whole fucking bike, and you want me to spend almost $100 on a fucking tire? Seriously, I probably got $800 in it now with some of my upgrades and shit on it, you know. $51.3, 80% charge. Don't go charge them above 80. Hydraulic disc brakes, electric brake in the back, regen on the battery. I ain't worried about the regen so much. It's the electric brake that's cool. I live in a pretty hilly area, so I do get some regen going, but I don't know I wouldn't even know how to figure out how many percent I get, probably. I mean, when I hit the brake, man, it shoots a lot of volts in there. I've seen it go up from, say I'm at 50 volts. I've seen it go up to 50.2 from braking down one hill, added 0.2 to the battery, you know, from one braking. So I don't know how much it adds overall. My battery goes down. I can't just keep riding, you know, so it doesn't regen that much. And I live in about the hilliest area you can live. I mean, just down the street here, I got the grade's so steep, I don't even know. I'd test mountain bikes on that. If your bike will go up that, it's got a powerful motor. I don't know. It's steep, man. I don't know how to go down there with a ruler and a level and stuff, figure out the grade of that sucker, but it's steep. Most roads aren't. I don't even think they like roads to be that steep, you know. I come up it in this fine because this some bitch hauls ass. It does 35, 1500 watt motor. Cadence sensor, but I'm going to get a new bottom bracket with a torque sensor in it. That's my next upgrade. And it's going to be cool because I love my cadence sensor. I mean, I know what it's going to do, and it's like we work together. I've made friends with it pretty well. But sometimes, like, if I do forget the gear down, I'm in too big of a gear, and you're trying to pedal real hard, taking off, it won't give you no gas because you're pedaling real slow. So it's doing the exact opposite of what you need it to do at that moment. But so the torque sensor will notice you're pushing harder and give you some power in that type of situation. So it just all around's gonna respond to you better and stuff. But this one here, man, it keeps it. I got my P setting set where when I'm keeping a pace, just cruising, if I hesitate my pedals for a second to go over a speed bump or something, and I start pedaling again, my motor comes back on full speed, going the exact same speed we were going. And because I had the P settings where the motor ramps on slower, and every time you quit pedaling, your motor drops down and starts ramping back up. Well, you start pedaling, it takes like 4 pedal strokes for the motor catches back up. Meanwhile, you're slowing down. So every time you coast for a second, you slow down, have to pedal real hard, and then the motor catches back up, and then you get back up to pace. And it's like, no, somebody that don't know nothing, that ain't a cyclist might like that. But I mean, I'm used to pedaling, just keep on pedaling. If I pause when I start pedaling, I want it to go in. I don't want to. It was a drag. It's having to catch back up like that. It's like, I don't mind it on takeoff, but when I'm trying to keep a steady pace, that was horrible. And I'm hoping the torque sensor shouldn't be that way. If I start pedaling again at the same pressure, it should pick up the same deal or whatever. It should have settings to get it to where I want it. But yeah, I tried to. That would keep my tire from burning off as much if I lowered that setting where it's not putting full amount of torque on the tire right off. But it's like, no, man, every time I coast, it'd take like 4 pedal strokes for the motor to catch back up to the speed we're going if you're going fast. And you're already off your pace then. And you got to catch back up to your pace. Is it? No, I didn't like that, man. I like to keep a good pace cruising, So I have my P settings. I have it on 5, which is full energy to the full. It takes off as fast as it can. And I got the shunt mods and some other things hopped up on it, so it takes off as fast as I can get it to take off. It does 35 miles an hour. And it's a class 1, completely legal for everything. I built my own, man, and fuck all this class shit. I mean, and people are like, oh yeah, we need more regulations to save us from our, save me from the evil 60-year-olds riding their e-bikes. It's like 60-year-olds are freaking 50% of the market. 50 and 60-year-olds are 45-50% of the market, and they're still marketing them towards little towards kids, younger kids, with the rad ones and stuff that don't have a seat that you can adjust. Now, to me, if it's not an e-bike that has the long seat that can adjust like a seat, it's not an e-bike. That's a little mini bike. You just putting pedals on it. I mean, it ain't really made to pedal. Anybody that pedals, like I was talking about keeping a pace, you couldn't keep a pace on one of them. The seat's fucking wide. You'd wear a fucking hole in your side. You wear a hole in your thigh. They're not made for pedaling. They just put pedals on them to sneak them onto the bike paths, is what I think. So it's like, that's something that needs to be regulated. Don't put out bikes with pedals that aren't really even made to pedal. I mean, it's got to be, to call it an e-bike, it should fucking look like, be a real pedal assist bike. Because that will stop a lot of the danger right there that people are having walking their dogs on paths or whatever, because you'll be getting the ones that are younger, hoodlum, the young kids, and I want them to go have fun, but I mean, they might have to go out and do it on the dirt trails, not on the bike paths, let the kids go have fun, but just tell them they got to stay on the bike paths or something. And these are pedal assists, so we're lucky that we don't have to register them, right? So I'd like to keep it that way, and make it where it's easy. You don't have this, and it's like having another vehicle where you got to register it and insure it and all this stuff. When I'm riding it on the road, I feel like I should be registered and insured. It's a motor vehicle feeling, very much. I agree. So I won't be upset if they do make us register them. I'm just like, okay, whatever, we have to do it. But it'd be nice to not have to, and keep since it's a pedal assist, not having to register them. It's a good benefit, man, especially when you're getting older and stuff, on a fixed income and this kind of stuff. But yeah, they're a great machine, I think, but all the regulations on them and everything. I mean, like, trying to decide what motor, don't over 750, don't put more than this many peak amps, all this. I mean, they're opening up a bag of worms to try to regulate motors by volts and watts and power and all this stuff. It's like, if it does 60 and stuff, it obviously shouldn't be pedal assist. It should be registered. It's or something. But I mean, 35 is not much more than 28, so and that little bit of umph helps me get up any big hill around here. I can go up dirt hills that are steeper than shit and stuff. If I keep pedaling and working with it, I can get up. I can get up at the second, third time, and so I can't imagine what. But I don't get as much torque. I don't have a direct drive motor, so a 750 motor with torque, getting better torque, a geared one, might perform as well as my 1500 here. So it's like it's unfair to me since I'm a direct drive to have a smaller motor that because I don't have gears, I don't have as much torque. But I haven't come across very many e-bikes. I ride these paths all over out here, and I don't come across too many of them. I don't even come across people walking on the paths. They don't even get out here, it seems like. But the ones I have come across didn't perform like this one. I was way faster because as soon as I see another e-bike, I race it. I go as fast as I can go after that, go passing by. I'm like, how, is that as fast as yours goes? I want to race. I know there's some other old men out there who want to race too. But we can't do it. That's dangerous. It'd be highly dangerous to race these things. Peace out. This is going to be, maybe this will be my first video for my new YouTube channel. I ride at night, so I'm going to be night rider. And it's going to be e-bikes riding for 50s and 60-year-old guys, women, guys, whoever. Kids, if you're 50. So yeah, I'm going to be posting my rides and telling everything I know about these things. I've been doing it for like 3 years now or something. I built 2 of them. Pretty much the same, but I actually built one twice because it's the same parts, but I had them on a different frame, and I put it on this one after I put 2,000 miles on it. And I've learned a shitload, and I've kind of figured out what I wanted and what I like. It'd have been impossible for me to buy an e-bike when I built this one and have probably got something I'm happy with. I mean, the odds of me buying something from a company that closed down were high because I had 125 of them closed down in the last couple of years. And, I don't trust these e-bike companies. That's all they make is a couple of different styles of e-bike. They've been out 5 years or whatever. That's not going to fly. Those places get one recall and they close down. And they're putting software on them where you have to, unlock it through your Bluetooth, through your phone, and all this kind of stuff. And it sounds real cool and fancy, and it's neat until they don't pay their server bill and they're bankrupt, and then you can't unlock your bike. So I don't want any kind of proprietary software or battery shape that I can't just buy from anybody, because literally, if you got to buy your battery from the manufacturer of your bike, that's the only place you can get it. You're basically like you bought a vehicle that can only be gassed up at one gas station. I mean, seriously. And it's like, and they can just raise their gas to whatever price they want. So, I mean, you'd be paying $800 for $200 worth of batteries, what you can do, So, if you do have one of them, what you can do is you can get on YouTube and you can learn how to build these batteries, order you the machine to tack them together, and open yours up and replace the cells in it, and don't pay the $800 to the manufacturer. Or if your manufacturer is already closed, that's what you're going to have to do, So yeah, I don't want anything in shape that goes in the frame. And at first when I seen the step throughs, I was like, that's kind of cool and stuff. I don't want a step through. I can still kick my foot over that. So I'm good. I can still kick my foot over that. I wanted one shaped like a mountain bike. I wanted a mountain bike. I didn't want a girl's bike, a step through girl's bike with a battery that snaps into the frame and all that. I've jumped this thing. That sidewalk's over here the other day. I jump it sometimes on accident because I'll be hauling ass and just fly off something. But I'll jump this thing, and I think I'd break one of them step throughs in half. They don't look sturdy enough for me. They don't have a triangle, but I want mine to look like a bicycle. I want it to have adjustable seat like a bicycle. But to each his own. I don't like fat tires either. But to each his own. Hey, if I'm going to talk shit about everybody's bike except if it ain't exactly like mine on this channel. So that's just the way it is. It's just an opinion. Don't get butthurt. Yours is fine for you. It's fine for you. And it's good. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty opinionated about it. But I mean, like, I'm I can do some where kind of trying to talk about what to look for from your, if you go to an e-bike store, but at a bike shop, I'd buy one from Trek, Giant, one of the people that are bike frame builders, because these other people, man, they're not frame builders. Their engine iron up might mess up, and Rad had one that was breaking, and people were getting their arms broke and shoulders broke. These are a must. If you got an e-bike, and you need to put one of these on here. You got to put a little box in there with your battery controller and a donut or either a shunt mod. I mean, either a shunt resistor on there, and it gives you all this data, and it's just way better. And the biggest thing is that temperature right there, because you riding in the sun and during the day, you look down, your battery's 108 degrees or something, man. You realize, oh, I'm overheating. I'm hotter than shit. I think they should come with temperatures. You should know what temperature your battery is actually, because that's how you catch on fire, getting a runaway cell. They should even have it should, if you're like 110 degrees, that's like having your radiator spewing. You're broken overheating, man. You need to find some shade and let your battery cool down for 30 minutes. But yeah, these are cool, and you can any lights or anything on. Why is it? You gotta have to reset that. Because of temperature drift, sometimes you got to reset your amps right before you take off and everything, get that zeroed. And I'm at 79%, 51.3. We're going to go for a ride. Turn the light on, see some amps come up. Yeah, see. Now my amp's right. My watts, kilowatt hours. My time thing there is not right. I got something. And battery, state of battery, 15.99 amp hours. So and there's this one. This one's a fairly inexpensive one. It's like a $40 one or something. You can spend $150 on them. They make them for their battery boxes and solar panels, and stuff at the houses, to run battery bays and stuff. That really to read stuff like that. That was a chart. Seeing if it goes like that, and bumping up. Where's that? All the way. But